Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Chair League Season 3, Week 2. And tonight we have a very special game for you guys because it is Patch Day. And with me, as always, is my co-caster, New Type. Hey, New Type.
Howdy, Synth. You said it. It's Patch Day. Where do we want to start?
How about with the map pick for tonight?
Well, we're hitting the ground running today. And it is going to be our brand new map, Braxis Holdout. The first of the two new maps being deployed with this Machines of War update that has just dropped today on Heroes of the Storm. We're wearing our Crazy Dave's Discount Pylons shirt in honor of all this StarCraft shenanigans. And this should be pretty fun, dude.
Yeah. Oh man, I am so excited. Freaking, I can't believe that we're doing this. This is, one of the specialties of Chair League is that, we're not. No maps are off the table. Okay, that's not true.
We aren't beholden to any of the sort of rules that are typically enforced on Blizzard sanctioned events. So yeah. With that being said, there's one other addition that may also be gracing the battlefield today.
Oh, baby.
The brand new hero, Alarak, the Hierarch of the Tal'Darim.
Absolutely. Oh, my gosh. So exciting. Did you get a chance to play with him, Dave? Or, I'm sorry, New Type? The names, they've been revealed.
Who's that? Yeah, well, cut the stream. Anyways, I haven't had a chance to play with. I haven't had a chance to play as Alarak outside of Tri Mode and some PTR shenanigans. I have not purchased him yet on live. I'll be doing that later. I'm right on the cusp of the gold threshold, so I figure I can wait a day or two. But from what I saw so far, it's very dangerous. To overextend with him. You feel like you're gonna be beefy and scary like Artanis or like Thrall, but without a self-sustain. If you're not confirming kills quickly, you're gonna die fast with that character. That being said, the manipulation available, the room for play with telekinesis and his other abilities, really room for a good character. I'm excited to see how he plays, if he gets any pro division or professional play in the super leagues or other leagues, and see how he plays out. I could see him being very popular with the high level players.
Yeah, I mean, the amount of control you have with him, that's actually one of the reasons I just outright bought him. I'll admit it right here. I haven't played him, but I outright just bought him because one of my favorite heroes is ETC, and one of his specialties is being able to control the map, control the heroes around the map. Being able to just control the fights, manipulate the people around the fights, and that's something that I feel like Alarak has a very good. We have, that's just something that I feel like Alarak has a very good kit for, and yeah, I mean. I'm excited to see him. We'll see if we get to see him, but we'll see. Sorry. Let's see here. We have a full lobby.
Yeah,
it is.
No, it looks like we are going to be starting on time, which is just
makes
my day. It is fantastic. So let's talk a little bit about the teams that we have here tonight. So we have Mortal eSports and Suicide Squad. Both of these teams are in Division 1. They come from. They are both coming off of losses. Actually, Mortal eSports was defeated last week by Enterprise, and Suicide Squad fell to the Mighty Cucks last week as well. So we're gonna want to see how these teams, who's gonna eke out their first win of this season so far. They've got, they both have. We got to see Suicide Squad last week actually, and. Suicide Squad, a Division 1 mainstay. They've been in Division 1 for the entirety of their existence. They went 4-3 last season in Season 2. Whereas Mortal eSports has had a bit of a longer history placing all the way back in Season 1, having a very strong showing then, going 7-1, rising to the Pro Division, having a pretty solid performance in Pro Division as well, going 5-7, and subsequently coming down to Division 1 here in Season 3. We'll see how they turn out here tonight. So Braxis, two-lane map.
Yeah.
Smaller than you'd expect, and very reminiscent of everyone's favorite.
Oh God, Haunted Mines.
Haunted Mines.
You know, I was actually thinking that it's closer to Battlefield of Eternity. What would you say?
I would say it's like Battlefield of Eternity. It's a little less snowbally. I've only gotten a handful of plays on this map so far today. I feel like it's more similar to Dragonshire than anything else.
Yeah, you got a point there.
BOE, you kind of have to glob up really quickly on BOE. Like that first immortal phase shows up, your team has to be a 5-man murder ball, like right off the bat. On this one, I feel like you have to be a little more cognizant of how you split your forces. I don't know if a 4-1 is going to be optimal on this one because of how. I don't know if a 4-1 is going to be optimal. You might have to go 3-2 on this one, because of how left alone that solo laner might be trying to cap on their own. It's not like Dragonshire where there's a huge distance between top and bottom, and rotations are easy to pick up. On this one, a rotation from bot lane to top lane will be harder to catch and will be harder to avoid. You kind of put yourself out in the open there for a gank if you go to try and cap one of the positions on this map.
Yeah, sorry, I just needed to confirm that Alarak was indeed in Top Drafter, which it is. So, because they were talking about putting Butcher as Alarak. No, Butcher
might actually be a thing right now.
Yeah, Butcher might actually be picked because of the changes. So Butcher and Vala both got some serious reworks.
Significant reworks. And we saw some modest changes to Falstad and to a little bit to Sergeant Hammer as well. But yeah, the bells of the ball tonight are Butcher, Vala, and Alarak. We'll see if any of them get play. Vala did get some play in the Korean Super League, which would have been this morning for me. Got a chance to watch her on Infernal Shrines. Had a very strong showing there with a W-based build, and everyone has seen, the Butcher videos from the PTR.
Oh my God!
Going 1v3 with a decent brand and surviving. So we'll see. I could see Butcher being valuable on this map. That being said, you don't get quite as many meat stacks from a 2-lane map as you would from a 3-lane map with easy rotations. So we'll have to see. We'll have to see what these teams think. I mean, this is a map where, the meta, how to play this map hasn't really been found out yet.
Yeah. We don't know.
It's not on live. So we'll have to see how this works out.
Yep. So Captain's links are both out. We should be looking at a draft here very shortly. Let me repost the Hobbs link here. Alrighty.
All right. So from what we know, 2-lane map, fairly small. Who do you think? What's your gut telling you right now?
Well, this is an attempt to, or this is a good attempt. Sorry, not attempt. This is a good chance for people to try some of the new changes. I feel like it would be very easy to counterplay both the Butcher and the Alarak changes on this particular map because they are great. They're great at taking down one person. Well, I don't know about Alarak. I honestly don't know. So, yeah, this is gonna be an interesting one, and we are going live here with the draft.
Yep. So, Mortal Esports is our home team. They get the first ban and the first pick. Suicide Squad, the away team, had the option to choose the map, and it was their decision to go with Braxis.
It says Tomb of the Spider Queen up there. Ignore that.
Yeah.
Probably an API brokenness.
So I wouldn't be surprised to see Sylvanas involved in this draft one way or the other, either banned or picked. I could see a Zerg push supported by Sylvanas being very strong. We see Li Ming banned first by Mortal Esports. I mean, it's Li Ming. It's like the New York Yankees. They're always going to be a thing.
Yep. So I mean that's good. A set of resets could snowball very easily for somebody like pairing the new Butcher with Li Ming. Could you imagine that? Just reset after reset.
Super scary.
Yeah, the resets are definitely a concern on this particular. Well, I don't know. The counterplay for the new Butcher isn't here yet, so it hasn't been developed yet. So we'll see.
I think slows and crowd control. They were his issues beforehand, and I think they're his issues still. I think a character like Lunara, if they are not the primary charge target, if they're not brought down instantly, being able to slow him will be a serious issue. See, Tyrael picked up first by Mortal Esports. Tyrael has really shown his stuff as of late in the Korean meta, and despite a couple of changes in the patch, it looks like he's still considered good enough by Mortal to justify a first pick. Sanctification, so good, and Suicide Squad wasting no time showing off the new guy. We see Alarak and Arthas.
AA build.
Yeah,
I mean,
depending on.
I'm just kidding. Bless you.
Depending on what we see from those two, that's a lot of slows potentially, and a lot of roots and movement impairment abilities. Kerrigan picked up by Mortal Esports. Pairing with that Tyrael, that is a dive that is enabled with Tyrael there. So
I was gonna say, yeah, this is there's some serious potential here, and if Kerrigan can also do a really good job of defending against the Zerg push, she is the Queen of Blades and controls psionic. Or the Overmind, but anyway,
there's the Sylvanas. So Mortal Esports looking to get really aggressive with the Zerg push, bringing Sylvanas in to help negate the tower defenses, to negate the fort defenses. Now, I mean, that being said, Sylvanas is not the strongest character for fortifying a position, outside of lane. These are not defensive characters, so. Yeah. I like seeing Arthas for his defensive capabilities, his ability to slow, his ability to lock in a position. And we're entering the second ban phase here. Rhaegar already banned out by Suicide Squad.
Yeah, quick bans there. That's not a surprise. I mean, Rhaegar fits very well with the dive, with the Kerrigan. The Lightning Shield does a really good job of just adding additional damage to the melee characters, and his Ancestral is just super powerful, hasn't been touched. He's in a good spot, but he's also a very good choice to ban here.
Mortal Esports dipping into their time frame here. Do you ban another support here? I feel like you really have to. That's the only thing that Suicide Squad hasn't shown here yet.
More deeps. I think more deeps. Butcher? Do you ban out the Butcher to keep your other people? Or okay, you ban out a
Zul banned out. Actually, given Zul's wave clear, he could really do a number on, a mid or small sized Zerg push. He really could negate that very easily.
That's what I was saying about Kerrigan because of her Ravage. She can probably clear, a Zerg wave by herself as well. I mean, she excels in those small minion waves.
Banning Zul also frees up Kerrigan for a little more playtime in the melee range. So we see Kerrigan picked up. To support the Alarak and Arthas already picked up by Suicide Squad.
That is like serious melee going on right there.
They've got. I feel like they've got to pick up somebody who's got a little more range on them.
Do we see Hammer? Do we see
Hammer or Vala or even Raynor? Hammer would be an interesting pickup here. One of her biggest weaknesses, her mobility is kind of negated by a 2-lane map. Giving her a lot more opportunity to just sit in one lane and maximize her push.
Yeah, she actually technically got a little bit of a buff in her mobility right now because of the movement speed decreases from everyone. Everyone moves so much slower, so the map feels bigger. But this size is, I mean, you don't have to worry about rotations for For
So
Hammer
we
on
see
this.
the Tychus brought in by Suicide Squad here. And, you were speaking to everyone being slower. For those of you who are just tuning in, with the patch changes, the additional speed granted by a mount is been tuned down by 10%. So everyone's mounted speed is slower than what it used to be in the previous patch. And certain heroes without mounted abilities like Falstad, Brightwing, Sergeant Hammer received, slight buffs indirectly as a result of that.
Only exception to that is Falstad's Tailwind did get nerfed alongside all the others.
He still is fast on rotations with his flight, though.
That's true. Yes, that you can't deny. So Lunara picked up. Interesting.
I like this. If Mortal Esports ends up on the defensive, Lunara is going to be able to apply a lot of area of effect damage with Nature's Culling to the non-hero Zerg units. She's going to be able to burn those out really quickly. So Mortal Esports playing both sides of the coin. You have Sylvanas on the aggression side and Lunara on the defensive side, also supporting the pushes. But you cannot deny that she'll be able to handle those minion waves really, really quickly, and Ariel to cap it out. I like this build, group. Mortal Esports.
Everyone's guaranteed some Zerglings, and that's and Sylvanas can really make those kinds of like forced push maps really, really earn their keep. And the 4-1 with her splitting, you have to address that. You really do.
I'd like to see one more burst from Suicide Squad. I'd like to see somebody with some heavy damage like Chromie or Kel'Thas or Jaina. I'd like to see somebody here to help round out this composition.
I think Medivh. Medivh would work so well with Alarak with the protection. Okay.
And we've got Sonya. So kind of a best of both worlds. We got another melee. So Suicide Squad really looking to get into the thick of it. A lot of their heroes are going to be difficult to bring down. They're going to have a good, easy time holding these positions if they can get to the capture points quickly. So let's see here.
Yeah, this should be exciting. Haven't seen Kerzim very much in competitive play. We'll see if he goes either 7-sided or Palm. I would think he would go Palm, right? To try to support Alarak's dives.
I would assume so too. I mean, the only other thing that could possibly be happening is seven-sided strike on an isolated target like Tyrael or Kerrigan. You're not likely going to have Lunara or Sylvanas. However, with Ariel's Crystal Aegis in the mix, that kind of burst is kind of it's not viable anymore. It really isn't. As soon as you notice a target's being worked over, you drop that Aegis, and suddenly that high cooldown, high cost ability is been negated.
Yeah, I think Aegis is the anti-blow up mechanic that they literally just put in the game to say, okay, we're done with the stun meta. We're done with the stun and blow up meta. Let's play a different game. So, this should be interesting. We got everyone readied up here, so I'm gonna go ahead and switch us over here in a moment. There we go. So, which hero do you think is going to be MVP?
I think we are going to want to keep our eyes on the Kerrigan for Mortal Esports. I think a lot is resting on that player's shoulders, and the Alarak for Suicide Squad. I mean, the other 4 heroes, they've been played, they've been sort of found out. People know how to play them. People know how to counter them. Alarak is still a new hero. He just came out today. I mean, whether or not it looks like it's going to be Dark Angel playing that hero, whether or not Dark Angel is, comfortable with that hero, understands the intricacies of the hero, and can actually make that hero effective is critical.
Yep, I just learned today that you have to hold your your click on your W.
how to do telekinesis.
Yep. I mean, it's very effective. You can push in any direction you want. And then that's really one of those things that have a very high skill cap, and also high skill floor, though. But that's the kind of stuff that we want to see, really.
Yeah. All right, so let's get this party started here. On the left-hand side here, representing Team Mortal Esports, we've got Surround and Pound on Lunara. We got Laytail on Sylvanas, Jonicles on the Tyrael, Spartan Alum on the Kerrigan, and In E on the Ariel. On the right-hand side here, in the red trunks, playing for Team Suicide Squad, we've got Eclipse on the Sonya, Nightmare on the Karazim, Tatsuya on the Tychus, Autotone on the Arthas, and Dark Angel repping the Alarak.
Oh, yeah, baby. So, ready for this?
I don't know. I don't know if my body's ready for this one, Synth. Mortal Esports going really hard to the top lane here, looking for some Sylvanas shenanigans on that top tower. And Suicide Squad's going to have to respond. Already brought down to 50%, that tower is. And Tychus laying in some damage, trying to force them away. And, you know, that's one hurt tower, but it's still standing. And, you know, so we got Sonya in the bot lane, soaking up XP there. As I don't know. I feel like she should be pushing that out right now before Lunara gets there.
Well,
Deny
she can
them some XP.
She can handle Lunara. Like, she's not one.
I don't know. She used her spear. That's a long cooldown at level 1, and she's gonna be stuck, you know, dancing with that hero for a while there.
That's true. Yeah, but a lot of action going up at top here. Wow. Yeah, they're really
taking a lot of damage. Is brought down by a jump from Spartan Alum. That is the first kill of the game. Take a quick peek at the talents here.
Yeah, what did Alarak take? Applied Force.
Alarak took Applied Force, which is the telekinesis push. I like trying this one out. Arthas brought down as well. A serious advantage to Mortal Esports in the top lane. Sylvanas bringing down that first tower. Big XP lead to Mortal Esports initially here. They are really making do with that that 4-man push at top, and they grab that respawning health globe at the top lane. If you notice, it's very similar to the ARAM map. You have respawning health globes at the top and bottom of the screen here.
Yeah, the Lost Caverns, I believe
yes.
It's called. Yeah. So now we have the objective spawning. This is very different. You got to control both, just like in Dragonshire, but it charges a meter, and you can see the meter right here. And with both of them active, you'll see, or even if one of them's active, you'll see.
Both of them have to be active.
No, see, it's 22%. You're at 22% already with the one being active.
But no, both of them have to be active for your team's Zerg swarm to increase. If you notice now, we're half and half, and neither team is making any progress.
No. But so, the action of switching it over seems to, or sitting on it. I actually don't know. It's really,
you have to cap both. You have to be holding on to both simultaneously to have any sort of action going.
Okay.
The beacon progress there.
I'm sorry. This is a new map. We're still figuring this out just as much as you guys are. So.
So right now, you know, Mortal Esports with a little bit of an edge here, and they're rotating people down to help support Lunara, who has taken a little bit of heat from the Sonya, taking some hits there, rooted by the Arthas, manages to sneak away, but is brought down by Nightmare, jumping in with the Radiant Strike there. Really, really quick play from Nightmare to confirm that kill. Both beacons going to Suicide Squad now, as Laytail hops in to negate that. Fairly even at this point, 28% versus 22, as Tychus has got to hustle out before he takes any further damage there.
Alarak is a little bit isolated there and has to push himself out. That was a great play.
Dark Angel, is brought down by Ethereal at the end there. Yeah. That is, that's tough. I mean, the matches that I have played on this map is sort of how it feels. The first one seems to seemingly taking the first round of Zerg, seemingly taking forever to get through, as both teams dance back and forth between these beacons, trying to cap these beacons. The respawn timer's so short that you're able to just get right back into the fight before the second beacon is capped.
All right, and Sylvanas trying to sneak this bottom beacon here for just a little.
She's sneaking it big time. Autotone hustling to stop, does prevent them from capping. And that prevents Mortal Esports from acquiring any more Zerg for this upcoming push. And we do see Suicide Squad capping both of the beacons, so they are pushing it forward a little bit, 40% to 22, as the beacons switch hands yet again. Both teams pushing towards level 7. Take a quick peek at the talents here. We're seeing pretty standard stuff from the Sonya and Karazim as well for the Tychus. Alarak is taking double cross at like that one a lot, and Kerrigan is brought down.
Yeah, Kerrigan got pulled by the telekinesis and brought down by the rest of the team. That is the danger of telekinesis. I mean, it forces you in a direction that you don't want to be in, and it can bring you into. It sort of serves as like a halfway point between Sylvanas' what's that song thing where
her
mind control. Yeah, I mean it's not quite as far. That would be kind of overpowered.
Well, but, right now, Suicide Squad's got a pretty commanding lead for the Zerg push, 68% to 22, with Nightmare and Tatsuya holding the fort at top lane, keeping that beacon from falling to Mortal Esports as Dark Angel continues to show off the Alarak play in the bot lane here. He's got to hustle out though, and is subsequently brought down by Innie. Nice little nice strike there with the E to confirm the stun on Alarak.
Yeah, Ariel's still very good.
I've just had a ball with Ariel since she was introduced. We're seeing Tatsuya and Nightmare pushed out from the top as Spartan Alum and Johnny Please do secure the top beacon. And they're going to be hustling down south further here. We're seeing Spartan Alum making the rotation. They're looking to grab that bottom beacon in a 3-on-2 here.
Yeah, the rotations are very crisp here. They're just shifting back and forth.
Dark Angel has returned, gets a silence off on Kerrigan, so no leaps there, and this is looking really dangerous. Autotone actually very low on HP, as is Dark Angel, and they're going to have to hustle out soon without any support. Dark Angel brought down. Autotone dangerously low as well, is brought down by Surrounded Pound.
But the Zerg are released.
The Zerg are coming.
Yeah.
Suicide Squad finishing off that beacon there, and with a substantial amount of Zerg. So they are going to be pushing bot lane. You expect them to stack up in bot lane as they come back from the res timers here, with Tatsuya the lone man at top here, pushing for 10. Fairly close. The Zerg wave is cleaned up by Mortal Esports very quickly with no support from Suicide Squad there. And it looks like not too much done. The front wall at bot lane has been brought down. The critical drink, the fountain is still available in bot lane for Mortal Esports. I feel like the fountains are critical in these games. The top fountain has been brought down, which means holding that top beacon is going to be that much harder. Your only source of healing is going to be that top side health bubble. That's that regeneration globe that's online every few seconds.
Okay, so a little bit of a pause here while we wait for Nightmare to come back. Good time here to just sort of talk about the Alarak build, because let's face it, we're all looking at this new hero, right?
Yeah, this is similar to what I sort of been experimenting with. I love Applied Force at level 1. It gives you a better opportunity to pull people closer into your range. I feel like double cross is almost mandatory at 4. That extra range of the Discord Strike gives you, and the perpendicular shots give you a lot more leeway to make that hit, and that is a substantial amount of damage. Chaos Reigns taken at 7. So I like this one too. I've been taking some of the other telekinesis talents at 7. But we'll have to see. This is a quest talent. Every time you hit a hero, your damage increases, and Alarak's just looking to build big damage on a rumble map like this, where you're constantly going to be team fighting around the beacons. I feel like this is a good, smart pick. So looks like we've got our missing. Nope, we don't. Nope, they dropped off comms and they're gone.
Oh, jeez. Okay. Well, that's okay. We can talk about a little bit of the other talents. Tell me a little bit about the Ario talents. It looks pretty
Sort of,
consistent for
sort of new age. In the old days, you used to take the quest talent at level 1 to increase the damage of your Q. That got changed a bit and became a bit more difficult to complete. And you're seeing a lot of folks take the Swift Sweep instead, which you've seen in a couple of probably professional tournaments lately. Uh, Majestic Span, I almost feel like is mandatory for Ariel. It's such a great talent at 4. There's not a whole lot to compete with it. Bursting Light at 7. This is an interesting one. So at
All right.
at level, oops, excuse me.
Yeah, we're just gonna start this for a second.
Decent load letter. What does
Yeah.
that mean? So you'll often see at level 7 Emphatic Link, which is the damage taken by allies stores energy, but we're seeing Bursting Light instead. So they're not concerned about the lacking damage to store the heal. They're looking about getting the heals out more often. Pause. Yep.
Yep. Okay. There we go. Oh yeah, there's Charism. Charism's important. Yeah.
So yeah, right now we're just waiting on
Alts are important.
Yeah.
Yeah, you don't want the computer picking your alt here.
No,
So
no, you do not. So this is one of those situations, both teams hitting 10 at very similar times and picking up their alts. We're seeing a couple already. We're seeing Leap from the Sonya, which I like a lot. That's That's a tender backline for Mortal Esports.
You know what's more shocking? Commander Odin.
Commander Odin.
Commandeer Odin? I don't know, whatever. It looks Commandeer? Oh yeah, Commandeer. There's 2 E's there.
Oh, looks like we're having the login issues that we're currently having. So right now, there have been some issues slowing down the login procedures, and we're gonna have to see how this works here.
Yeah, this is yeah, because it definitely should be able to rejoin, or hopefully. So we'll see.
For custom games, you get an option to rejoin or log entirely.
Fun times. I mean, I was gonna say earlier that we had a little bit of a BNet earthquake with everyone being kicked off, and I was hoping that would not affect this game. Hopefully, that's still the case. We'll see.
Yeah,
here.
we'll have to see. But we're seeing pretty standard stuff from Mortal Esports. We've got Wailing Arrow from Sylvanas and Crystal Aegis from Ariel.
Of course.
So unusual stuff from Suicide Squad. Commandeer Odin, you don't see that taken too often due to the way that the Odin's auto attacks work in relation to Tychus's auto attacks. Tychus reworked a couple months back with a heavier focus on percentage-based damage. So his trait allows him to do percentage-based damage to enemy characters. He's usually employed as a tank buster. Commandeer Odin changes that. It changes his damage to a basically a flat amount. You don't have that ability to do percentage-based damage consistently, and you basically become a completely different character for a period of time. So we're gonna have to see how Tatsuya decides to play this one out. I have not seen Commandeer Odin in quite some time here.
Oh yeah, me neither. But you know what though? The percentage-based damage isn't really that important for their.
You're correct. I mean, with Tyrael being the only tank on Mortal Esports, I mean, they cannot get them back in.
That seems weird.
They may have.
Jeez, that's sudden. I don't know what the rules say for this. I don't know if we want to recast this.
Yeah, I'm not sure if I'm not sure if we want to regame. I mean, we've only just now hit level 10. You could argue that this is still like the early game, mid game.
Hmm.
Um, it's only been 8 minutes into the game so far.
I mean, this game's been pretty even. I do have to say the 6-3 is
Whoop,
in the favor of Mortal, but
now you have
um,
left the game.
oh, I did.
Yes, you did, sir.
Oh boy. Well, yeah, Heroes just not stopped responding, so I'm gonna call that as let's regame. Can you tell them that, and I'll restart Heroes here. That is unfortunate. Wow, technical difficulties on Heroes. What a surprise.
We'll get you. We'll get you. All right, so
Mhm.
your call there, mate.
Well, I
I'm
mean,
just a guy sitting here with a glass of bourbon. Uh, so what would you like to do? Would you like to regame?
I feel like regame with the same heroes. What do you think? Draft's been done. You know, that's no contest there. Uh, and I think same talent picks to enforce, or
That's
do you
going to be
think?
very difficult to enforce.
Well, oh wait, okay, I can rejoin.
You can rejoin.
Hmm.
Well, we still have to deal with the issue of the missing player, the missing Karazim.
So, that seems. Um. Uh. Was there any? Okay. This
No,
is.
yeah, no. Yeah, I think we just need to make a decision. Do we want to have the away team pick another map completely and just regame? You want to just
Another.
redo the whole darn thing? I feel like that's what we might need to do.
Yeah, I feel like that might be
Just do a
something.
full restart. Unfortunate. I was looking
Yeah.
forward to seeing the rest of this game. Okay, so let's
Whew. Okay, let's. I'm gonna put this on our. This is fun.
so let's see. We want to do a full restart with map and draft, or do we want to just preserve this draft, preserve this map, and start it over with and restart?
Uh, let's restart preserve map and comp. Oh my gosh, my game just reset or broke again. I can't alt tab. All right, go ahead and quit that game.
All right, hang on one
And
sec.
yeah, sorry folks, this is a little unusual here, but patch day shenanigans, right? Oh jeez.
All right, we're checking this out with Dark Angel and the captain for Mortal Esports. It looks like what we're going to do is we're going to basically treat this as a full restart with new pick and new map. Same
Okay.
map, same draft. Okay, so we're going to have some, we're going to be conversing here.
Well, I did not. I chose not to rejoin, so you'll have to tell me what the consensus is.
All right, right now we're kind of edging around same map, same draft.
Okay, I am on that side as well.
Okay, well, let's just
Let's make an executive decision and
all right, we're going to do that.
okay. All right, hop. Oh, geez, you're not in my friends list. Weird. You're not in Heroes, according to BNet. Okay, well, I mean, it is very likely that the BNet shenanigans right now are affecting everything very negatively. BNet shenanigans,
All right,
ahoy!
all right, all right. So everyone's bailing out now. So we will be re-inviting the teams to a lobby for a remake.
All right, we're doing a remake. Okay,
Mhm.
you're gonna have to restart.
Yep, I got kicked out of BNet while I was in the game.
Mm-hmm.
Looks like it preserved me in game, but that was it.
Alrighty, so let's see here. I'm gonna go ahead and. So,
Okay. Thank you, sir.
excuse our
Pardon the dust here.
hashtag blame. No, literally unplayable. Please fix.
Yeah. All right.
So I'm gonna pull up the.
So where were we?
I'm gonna pull up the draft again so that we can just double check everything here. So
I've got it up too.
okay, so we're
No,
just gonna.
no shenanigans allowed.
Yeah, we're gonna. Yeah, we're gonna remake this game with the same comp. I don't know if we're gonna no, we're not gonna enforce talent picks.
No, there's no way for us to do that. All right, so
All right, let's see. Make sure everyone's on the right teams. So it looks like. All right, and then I think we need to get the other team on. Which. Wait, did I do this right? Oh, jeez. Where's the other team? Jonacles.
yep,
Yeah.
that was it.
Okay, oh, I guess I should rejoin. There we go. All right. Sorry about that, folks. That's it's an interesting
An
one.
unusual error there. So
Well, hashtag Chair League, hashtag BNet Earthquake. Checking in is safe.
all
right.
let's get this thing going, man.
Let's get back in here.
All right, so and it looks like everybody's picked the right heroes. Let's get this thing rolling here.
All right, let's get back in here.
But Mortal Esports agreed on the stipulation that a further an issue again that would boot, member of Suicide Squad, the game would proceed onwards, or Suicide Squad would forfeit, one of the two. So
Fair enough. I'm okay with that.
So that is how it goes from here. Suicide Squad, plug in your computers. No more wireless connection for you, because you're in it for the long haul here.
All right, let's get this party restarted.
All right, so this is gonna be an interesting one, mate. So
geez.
let's see here. So, both teams got a taste of the map and got a unique opportunity to see how each team likes to play the map. Are we going to see, the Sylvanas shenanigans at top lane? Are they going to do a fake? Are they going to go bot lane? Are they going to do a double fake and go top lane anyways? I don't know. We're going to find out.
Yeah,
But,
we'll see.
For the sake of consistency, we're going to do character introductions one more time once we zone into the game here. God.
That's fine. I mean,
Time for some serious deja vu. People watching the VOD are going to be like, was there a problem in the encoding? I'm seeing the same thing twice. All right, on the left-hand side here, in the blue team, playing for Mortal Esports, we got Jonacles on the Tyrael. We got Surround and Pound on Lunara. We got In-E on Ariel. Laytail on Sylvanas. And Spartan Alum on the Kerrigan. On the right-hand side here, in the red trunks, playing for Team Suicide Squad, we've got Dark Angel on the Alarak, Eclipse on the Sonya, Nightmare on the Charism, Tatsuya on the Tychus, and Autotone on the Arthas.
Alrighty. Looks like they are actually going to switch sides here and go down bottom. You were absolutely right here.
Fake out. It's real.
So this should turn out interestingly. Let's take a look at the level 1 talents real quick just to see if they're doing the same thing. Looks like at least Alarak is picking the same one.
Very similar talent.
Actually exactly the same on the side of Suicide Squad. Mortal Esports, I did not.
Yeah, same thing.
Yeah.
Swift
All right.
Paralysis, Sharpened Blades. Very solid stuff. No Sylvanas shenanigans this time. It looks like they're going for a different kind of shenanigans with the Chinese party bush meta in the bot lane.
Yep, and Lunara is playing a very dangerous game up in top. But looks like they're still not.
They are so patient in bot lane. They're waiting for Alarak to overextend and put himself over the lane. Tyrael goes in. We see Kerrigan leap as well. Dark Angel using the telekinesis to boost himself actually out of the range of the Kerrigan and lives to fight another day here.
Yep. Just looking at Lunara here, she's getting a little bit low. She has to back out. But bot lane, they are doing an excellent job of defending, but
crushing it, and Eclipse is brought down. That's the first kill of the game. Sonya dropped in the bot lane as the pressure from Laytail, Jonacles, and Spartan Alum is absolutely insurmountable. A good pull from Dark Angel lets them chunks Kerrigan there, but it looks like she's gonna get topped off by Kerrigan by Ariel very quickly here.
And they actually take down both towers and the wall here. That is substantially more than they did the last time around.
Yeah, big XP lead there for our blue team, Mortal Esports. Suicide Squad, however, getting a bit of an advantage in top lane, chunking out Surround and Pound and forcing them to back. So, you know, top lane is well in Suicide Squad's hands. Bot lane, however, needing a little bit more attention. We're going to see, you know, who decides to go to support. I'd like to see Tatsuya move down to support bot lane.
Yeah. So,
but they gotta be careful with this rotation as Mortal Esports is sharking the map, looking for a kill. Surrounded Pound caught a little bit in the bot lane here, chunked for half, but does manage to survive. And it's Arthas instead who is brought down, caught out in the open on the left-hand side there of the map. And, you know, Dark Angel and Nightmare with half their HP and, you know, basically just the Charism W to save them.
Yeah, and they did an excellent rotation up with taking the siege camp while they were on it. Actually taking the enemy side siege camp. Forcing a response out of... well, actually, no, not forcing a response.
Their whole team is up there. They cannot... you know, Eclipse tries rotating to the top to deal with the siege camp and is caught by the 4-man gank squad of Mortal Esports. Oh my god!
Just barely!
Oh my god! Autotone feeling like, you know, 007 here, you know, spying things out. The sneakiest Arthas in history does manage to cap the top beacon and prevent any further progress for Mortal Esports.
Yeah, but Mortal Esports might be taking down this this fort here.
Yeah, the pressure continues. Wow, they're really laying it on, you know, bringing the heat in bot lane with that Sylvanas.
Yeah, a lot of damage going down, and yeah, that fort is gone. So let's see what at top here. Nothing really is happening. So we're gonna go back down to bot.
Suicide Squad has got to consolidate their forces. They have 2-3 people defending a 4-man Sylvanas push at bottom, which just is not going to cut it. Dark Angel, kind of off on their own here, is able to escape the gank squad from Mortal Esports as they begin. You know, they're looking for a rotation here. This map, you know, you've got to rotate between the middle 2 beacons here, and catching somebody in that rotation, I think, is going to be the name of the game. Huge damage going out. Spartan Alum and Tatsuya brought very low, trading 1-for-1. Kerrigan and Alarak are brought down. Jonacles hanging on by a thread, is healed up by Ariel, and does manage to escape.
Oh my gosh.
You know, it goes both ways to Mortal Esports. They are cruising on the Zerg push. Autotone leaves and does join. It looks like, do we want to pause here? Looks like they've rejoined. They're good. So, no pause needed. Autotone is back in the game, taking some damage from Lunar in the top lane here. He's got to hustle out. or they're going to be brought down by that poison. Does manage to heal himself, and we're good.
Yep. So one thing to note that the movement speed decrease. Oh, geez, Dark Angel really using the self telekinesis to move himself around, and actually doing a really good job at it, by the way. But yeah, the coming back from a B, coming back from a hearthing back to your core takes a lot more time nowadays.
Yeah, and that is a 100-0 Zerg push for Mortal Esports. Expect Sylvanas at top to do a huge amount of damage with the Zerg supporting and locking down those towers.
Oh my gosh, what was that? It was a ton of damage. Was that a full combo from Kerrigan?
It probably, yeah, looked like it.
That was a full combo from Kerrigan on 3 members of their team at that choke point there. And they're going to...
With Tyrael top providing shields, he provides shields to the entire Zerg board.
Wow.
Wow. So, you know, Suicide Squad in full retreat with Mortal Esports giving chase. And a huge Zerg push with most of its power hitters still, you know, available. This keep front wall is threatened, and it's going down.
Yeah. This keep is actually threatened. I mean, most of this force is still there. About 50% of the health.
Up 10 in a moment here. If Nightmare goes down and looks like they're just going to make it out, level 10 is hit by Mortal Esports, and they are picking up their ults. We're seeing Wailing Arrow, Leaping Strike, Maelstrom. Tyrael and Oriel have not yet picked their ult. Sanctification and Crystal Aegis. Classic stuff. I like Leaping Strike. I actually do like it with the amount of melee heroes and dive that are coming out from Suicide Squad. Lunara is going to be able to use that Leaping Strike to open up space between her and the melee attackers that are going to be chasing her. Huge push. First keep of the game at nearly the 7-minute mark here.
And the bottom keep wall also brought down. So this is kind of scary here for Suicide Squad. They have a hell of a task coming back from this. But you know, there looks like looks like Mortal Esports was right there waiting for the Merc camp to spawn. And they're going to go ahead and paint the map blue in this case. Really good choice here. Just take as much of an advantage as you can. There is a boss in mid, so they have...
I feel like they could make a boss play right now. You know, Suicide Squad is 2 levels, almost 1 level away from ultimate abilities.
I think that's what they were doing.
They're going to do. Yeah, Suicide Squad has no means of contesting this boss, and it is going to go cranking down the lane with you know, Mortal Esports in tow, and they're gonna have those ultimate abilities, whereas Suicide Squad will not.
Yep. So let's take a look at this.
What a cool boss!
I know, right? Such a cool looking boss. Look at that. All right, sorry. Going back to the action here. Merc camp's getting picked up on the upper left, and really, truly, just the map is going to get painted blue here. And Arthas seems to just be trying to act as a ward here, trying to see the rotation. He does move down to support the boss because
yeah, that
the boss
has to
needs
be
to be
dealt
addressed.
with. That's the last keep that they have in the bot lane here. And you know, when/if that boss takes that keep out, this game is gonna the timer that was already, you know, ticking down for Suicide Squad is gonna lose even more minutes. Like. With catapults pushing both lanes and Suicide Squad, you know, stuck. I mean, right now they're just getting bowled over with no ultimates. It's really difficult right now for Suicide Squad to get any sort of map pressure, with camps pushing top, boss pushing bottom, and all their XP being cleaned out here.
Yeah, the Sylvanas is really powerful on this map. I mean, she disabled the towers, let the boss basically
a huge
push
combo laid out on Dark Angel, and that might be all she wrote there, with Mortal Esports taking a decisive win in this game with absolutely ferocious map control and you know, and boss control.
Absolutely. Wow. Yeah, 9-minute boss wins the game.
9-minute boss, OP.
So, good games all around, but quite a spectacle coming out of Sylvanas there. What do you think?
I think we're going to see her banned more often on that map.
Yeah, I
I was
mean,
kind of surprised she made it through the first phase at all. I
mhm.
think Sylvanas was picked yeah, she was picked in the second round. Um, After Mortal Esports picked Tyrael. So I'm amazed that Sylvanas made it through the first pick in the first ban phase. I feel like she's going to be integral on this map.
Absolutely. I mean, really, just disabling the towers, making the push more effective. They pushed with that first Zerg wave. I mean, 100-0. That's already a very dangerous wave. Plus the fact that they took down the keep early on and in bottom. I mean, all those things added together just ended up on a snowball, a very large snowball. That's what you
Mm-hmm.
ended up with.
Mm-hmm.
Anything you think could have been done a little bit differently to give Suicide Squad a little bit of a different
I feel like they
result?
needed to recognize early in the beacon phase when they were being put on respawn roulette, and
Mm-hmm.
that's what punished them through the beacon phase. They would lose one person, and then the two would go in while the one person was coming back. That two would lose one, and so the three or the four man group that was trying to recapture one of the beacons never got around to doing it because there was always somebody coming back from being dead. um I'm not 100% sold on Alarak yet. I
Mm-hmm.
don't know how effective I feel like he was. It was I mean, I feel like the Kerrigan did exactly what she needed to do. Was nailing combos, was getting the picks, was just a force to be reckoned with in the early game. And this game really never made it out of the early game where Kerrigan starts to drop off a little bit in value.
Mm-hmm.
And
Yeah, that gang squad. That gang squad was
it
just
was
dangerous.
it was brutal.
Yeah.
It was absolutely brutal. I mean, you had the speed boost from Tyrael, you had the body blocking and the interdiction from Tyrael, you had Ariel with the E to incapacitate a fleeing foe. And you had Kerrigan with the follow-up combo and just the Sylvanas damage. Sylvanas does a fair amount of damage. A lot of
Mm-hmm.
people, it's a good solid, it's not as bursty or dangerous, I would say, as Kerrigan damage, but it's still a fair amount of damage.
Yeah, and especially so one of the things I noticed at the end there where they used Sank, where Sank finally was available to use. Wait, no, that's not right. Sank was on the other side.
Oh, you're thinking of something else.
Yeah, I was thinking something else. But basically, they dropped Sank and Wailing Arrowed at the same time, and the other team was just gone. I mean, that was just there was no contest there. And I mean, yeah, it was a 11-9 fight. So
Not like just
yeah,
taking the losses that they did when they were like level 8 and level 9, it really didn't put Suicide Squad in a good position. And then with Mortal Esports pushing all those lanes out and forcing that boss when they did, that was stifling. That was a chokehold on Suicide Squad.
unfortunately, I mean, you just it's hard to defend against a boss, and especially one when they have ults and you don't. I mean, you're pushing a boss with all 5 members and you don't have ults. It's really hard to defend against that. So
Anything in terms of talents that are raising an eyebrow, raising a red flag? I didn't see anything just from casual glancing that really
I
really
mean,
worried me.
the Wild Vigor at 7 for Lunara really showed for the Gang Squad esque build. I guess Reciprocate did not hurt at all. I mean, like this Reciprocate did a really good job, basically, especially with all those minions pushing. I don't know.
I'm wondering. I gotta look back at the replay on that. I saw them all glow yellow at one point and assume that was the Tyrael shield, but I gotta have to look at that again.
Yeah, if that's true, that's a lot of damage. Although, is it just his own shield?
Take a peek here.
Yeah, I forget. Those are interesting questions that are not very specific. Nothing surprising, really, otherwise.
Yeah, it's when your shield expires.
Okay,
so
so only yours. Okay, never mind. That's not really... I mean, that's an interesting pick. showed that Tyrael really wanted to be in the fights.
Well, I mean, you
Um,
had 4 melee to deal with,
Mhm.
so I can see Reciprocate being a really good pick.
Yeah,
You're
absolutely.
going to get value hitting Arthas, Alarak, Sonya, and Karazim in that shield explosion. So I think that was a good choice for 13.
Well, Tyrael really went damage. I mean, if you look at his
Full
build,
damage build.
yeah, there was no tank, frankly, on on Mortal Esports side, and yeah, it really showed. They just annihilated whoever they encountered. And Arthas was up there defending against Lunara for a little while, and I don't know if that was the right choice necessarily. I think maybe Alarak would have been better, or actually no, that Alarak would not have been better. I apologize. Probably maybe Tychus, because you needed Arthas on the front line. You needed Arthas walking with you to not get ganked and not get blown up.
Hey.
Yeah, so I don't know. That's the only thing I can think of, frankly. But otherwise, a great game. And
Yeah, that was fun. That was our first Braxis game of the evening.
Yeah. You mean the first two?
I suspect, yeah, our first 2 Braxis games of the evening. I suspect it will be. I suspect we've got one more game coming out later tonight. I suspect we'll be coming back to Braxis.
Yeah.
We'll see.
We'll see.
We'll see.
Oh.
But that, I think, will do it for this particular broadcast. I think we're coming up on another game in about an hour here.
Yep.
Correct me if I'm wrong.
No, you're right. So we'll be back in a little bit, and join us again when that happens.
Yep, we'll be casting Cloud 8 versus Disaster Area at 7:00 Pacific. So come on down, and we'll see if BNet has squared itself away by that time.
See if it's settled itself. Jeez.
We'll see.
Yeah. All right.
All right. Well, cheers.
Yeah. See you guys soon.